Show live.
Oh,
our live
live.
show. Yeah, live from Los Angeles. Let me fix the light. Okay.
Live from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's Joke Zero.
Yeah. Another big episode. Welcome back. Sorry, it's been like 2 weeks since the last one.
Very
but,
sorry.
We need to wait for new things to happen that we can make fun of.
Nothing has happened in 2 weeks.
It's been very, very dull life. You know, it's a dull life
For us, as they say.
Yeah. Well, we're here. We have this new setup. No longer at a table. I feel like, I don't know. We're gonna try. My thinking on it. Let me know if this doesn't make sense. Was that it would feel sort of like we're at like a camp. We're like camping around like a fire, sort of.
Okay.
And maybe that would spur like conversation in a way.
So the microphone. That's a fire.
There's a fire.
Do you have any marshmallows?
Yeah.
I actually do.
Do you have any sticks?
I do not.
No.
That was close. Let me grab one tiny thing, and then we'll start.
All right.
Dan is grabbing one tiny thing.
And then we're starting.
Well,
Okay.
Hey, I'm Matt Manser. Hello, and
Mhm.
this is Dan Banis.
Hello. And with us for this episode, sometimes I say with us as always for this episode, which is confusing.
Yeah.
So I won't say that. But with us this episode is Stacey Garratt.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hollywood impresario.
Raconteur.
Raconteur. Yeah.
Rapscallion.
Going
No,
on my LinkedIn right now.
very talented writer and person.
Thank you. Oh my god, that's so
And
nice.
Yeah. And awesome. What have you been up to? You've been working on stuff. Do you want to talk about your work or
I
not?
can talk about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I am working at a creative ad agency. We do
Mhm.
stuff for film and TV. This has been like a really cool year. Like I know it's like gross to like be happy, but
Mhm.
like all the projects I really wanted to work on, I got a chance to. The Grinch billboards are live right now. Those are like the big thing that.
Oh, yeah.
That was like my year was like working on those.
Those are so mean.
Yeah. I'm a terrible person.
I like them. I like mean things
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's cool. And then did some stuff with we're working on like some stuff for the new FX thing. It's
Cool.
been a really cool cool year for that.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. I remember in the old days you were working for Dollar Shave.
That's true. You and I did a radio spot together.
I know.
And I think they ran like that one uncensored one time, and then they like never did it again. Then they just like cut it out.
Uncensored?
Yeah.
Did we say like dirty things or something?
It like my favorite line they ran, I think, one time.
Oh my god.
We were talking about like microwaving fish, and the line was, "It smells like a mermaid brothel in here." And it ran one time. Like our marketing department was like, never again. And they changed it to something real dumb. But,
Yeah.
but I got to keep it. I was just like, I'm taking that for a win. But
That's
you
awesome.
were the fish guy.
Yes, that's right. I was the awkward office guy.
Yeah, and
That was awesome.
you were awesome. We had a really good time with that.
I had a blast, yeah. And now here we are around a fake microphone campfire. Well, awesome. Well, why don't we tell jokes?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, what is this show even,
Oh, yeah.
anyway?
Wait, what is even this show
What is it?
anyway?
So it's Joke Zero. So
Yeah.
we tell jokes in the hopes of finding that the joke that when boiled down to its core elements is the quintessential or original joke.
Yeah, the platonic ideal of a joke. That's how I always put it.
Well, that's
I invented that.
no, that was Leslie. I guess Leslie Sina
Yeah, Leslie invented that.
came up with that. She invented that term. Platonic idea.
The platonic ideal of a joke.
Joke,
So
that's
like
her term,
the
but-
core root of the joke, the most intrinsic joke.
Mhm.
So like that's the idea that we write jokes every week and then we tell them and then we decide which of those jokes is like the most like primary joke. Does that make sense?
I think it makes sense.
I think so. Like you're like, oh, that joke is so simple, so pure.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. And so we thought you might be able to help us find it.
All
this
right.
week. Yeah.
Cool. Let's work on it.
Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's get to work, everybody. Whew, it's
Yeah.
warm in here, is it not?
I think
I'm
it's
fine.
the fire.
It's fire, yeah.
I guess so. That was me preempting if in 15 minutes or so I like decide I need to take off my shirt because I'm too warm, and I didn't want it to be like jarring, like out of the blue. Like what?
Just like a little foreshadowing.
Yeah,
So you're
people
making
are like,
it, right.
oh, okay, so
Yeah.
he's not just insane now, like
Yeah.
taking bath salts or something. Remember when that was the new thing? Everyone was taking
Bath
bath
salts.
salts.
Was it really the new thing, or was it just the one like face eater guy?
Yeah,
And then like everybody talked about it.
One
feel like
guy
only
ate one face, and then everyone's talking
Yeah.
about bath salts.
I know.
And that wasn't just actual just salt for a bath, right? It's something more
I
than
think
that. It's
so.
like a drug. or
No, I
something.
think it was salt. He salted his bath.
It's like Epsom salt.
Added some
Yeah.
pepper and some paprika. No.
I would love to see like what happened with like the Lush bath bomb store
Yeah.
the week that went, like were people just like, this stuff shit's good. Did it like go up, or were people like, oh no, what have I been doing? And like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just like
Well,
fancy soaps. Just try to see if that does anything.
yeah.
Eat
There's
those.
no bad publicity. I heard.
that's right. There's no bad PR
It's
when you're bath salts.
impossible.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true about publicity. I think there's plenty of bad publicity, but that's for a different podcast.
Yeah.
This is for this podcast. So, do you want to start? Should I
I
start?
don't care.
Who wants to start?
I guess I can start.
Okay.
Should I start with something topical? I think a lot of these are going to be
We
topical.
had 2 weeks to figure out.
Oh, well,
what
this
topic
is so topical. It hasn't even happened yet.
Oh.
Tomorrow is Election Day.
What?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. It's the day when Americans cast their ballots, the numbers are tallied, and the final results are determined by Vladimir Putin. It's true.
Yeah, it's funny because it's accurate.
It's sad.
Yeah. Okay. Well. The midterms are tomorrow, which to me means one thing and one thing only. Time to go back to not getting any phone calls or text messages.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
Or not finally. It's sad.
Sad.
It's sad because
I liked getting all those messages.
no one will talk
I'm
to
gonna
you.
be lonesome again.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's a sad joke.
Yeah. Do you have any jokes?
I did. I brought in my warm-up jokes.
Okay.
The ones I brought in are like the ones so one of the things we did this year was we knew where the billboards were going to be placed before we wrote them. So we were able to like write them for really specific locations. And so a lot of my days just started off like free writing on whatever like that location was. And so I brought in like some of my favorites for LA.
I am looking forward to
These
this.
are LA roasting parts of LA jokes.
Yeah, this is LA culture.
Should we think of it like in the voice of the Grinch?
You can?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Do people know what we're talking about when we say about the Grinch?
I don't know.
But who's
Yeah.
the Grinch?
Who is the
Who's
Grinch?
this Grinch guy?
Okay, so Theodore Giesel, is that his name? Wrote a series of children's books. He wrote a lot of children's books. It wasn't a series. There was one book that had the Grinch in it. Who's a character, he's a green fairy character who steals Christmas. They made a film about it in the 60s. That was television animated. They made a live action film with Jim Carrey,
From In Living Color.
who you know from In Living Color.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah, I know from Yes Man, which I was an extra in.
Oh.
And
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. I was
yes.
Yes.
Right.
They're like, do you want to be an extra? And I was like, yes, I will embrace this. That was like the message of the movie or something. But no, it was cool because he was like,
Were you like a
That was
Who
me.
person? Did you
No.
do the whole thing? No.
No, not the Grinch. The Yes.
Oh, Yes Man. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
But I understand why. I wish I was a Who person.
That would have been
crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have to pause this and I need to see if
Yes. No,
Okay.
But then he did a movie where he was the Grinch.
Yeah.
And I bet your movie, I call it your movie. Now they're making a new one. You did posters for it. It's animated again.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's a new Grinch played by Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
the
think
character of Sherlock Holmes is playing another
character. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I think it's going to be better than the Jim Carrey one, which, let's be honest, not great. I can't wait for you guys' cover of Where Are You Christmas. Remember that song?
You know, I haven't seen either of them yet.
Oh wow, that's fun.
I saw like really early stuff, but like I haven't seen the actual finished one. So when it opens on Friday, I'm gonna be as surprised as anybody.
But my point is, I was so there's a song in the Jim Carrey one that is a horrible, cheesy, like new Christmas song that they wrote, and it's like it's astonishingly horrible. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. My point is, you made the posters for the new movie, and they're like clever. They're like notably clever. Yeah, the billboards, and they make fun of all of us Los Angelinos. So, do you have versions for different cities?
We do. We have like a lot of the sort of like general ones are nationwide. We did a huge campaign that just went live in New York. We did like a bunch of like Times Square stuff. We did Chicago and then Los Angeles. We did like a couple in London, but
nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's fun. So a little backstory. Now you guys are getting to hear some of the drafts, is it?
These are just drafts or like free writing and sort of did to just like get the jokes that were for me out and to like figure out what the joke was to actually pitch to the client.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Where do you want me to start? I have Sunset Junction. I have La Cienega and Beverly. Beverly Hills.
Let's do Sunset Junction.
Sunset Junction? Okay, cool.
That's where we all used to live.
We're pretty close to there. Yeah. The jokes for that one are, I hated everything before it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That $8 coffee will definitely help your screenplay. Hey, it's not actually vegan. You're about to be discovered by a traffic cop. And my personal favorite, I told everyone your meditation mantra.
That is a good one.
Thank you.
It's good because people are very, very sensitive in LA, and like I actually think they will. So those billboards are like, oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know what's funny is so on Twitter, like we can kind of like monitor the reactions live. People in LA have been like pretty cool about it. The LA subreddit is like notoriously bitchy. Like I am like a ray of sunshine in that subreddit, like generally, which is terrifying. But they were like responding to them really well. Chicago hates me. I don't think I can go to Chicago again. No,
that's
so mad.
Interesting.
They're so mad.
Well, let's go around and then we'll get to some Chicago.
I can talk about Chicago,
That'd be great. Well, let's do another round and then we'll get to that.
Okay.
I'm excited.
What do I got? I'll try this. Why not?
Yeah.
A new study finds that. This sounds bad. New study finds that 1 in 5 childhood scald burns are caused by hot soup or ramen. And 4 out of 5 childhood burns are caused by really well-crafted Yo Mama jokes. Burns.
Wow, you took the bait on that child scalding ramen. I wrote the premise and I was like, I couldn't think of anything for that. And I always do horrifying ones. That was awesome. Well, oh my goodness. Headline from, I think this is New York Post. The end of God? ? Claims humans will, quote, worship AI Messiah. But is the claim true? Let's find out. Siri, are humans worshiping the AI Messiah? Also, thank you for dying for my sins.
You are welcome.
I'm really mad that she didn't respond to that.
I know. Do you have Siri?
No.
Oh, well. Maybe that's
why you
why.
would think my phone would respond to you. I don't know. Is that how it works? I don't know.
I don't even know.
I don't talk to my phone.
Yeah.
Even
though
if someone
it said-
calls.
Even though it died for your sins. You know.
Yeah, well, I think it's more because I didn't charge the battery.
Do you want to hear something horrifying? Mine doesn't listen to me. I'm just like, Siri, Siri, Siri. And she just like doesn't care. My dog barked one time and she said, can I help you? And I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
No.
Wow.
Siri said to dog language.
Yeah. Or this is like my ranking in the house. Like Siri's just like, I know who's in charge here and it's not you.
Who knows what they're up to when you're not around?
I know.
You know? Plotting and barking.
She's got all night with it.
Oh
So
my
who knows?
God.
That's so cool.
All right. Do you want to
Let's do the next set.
All right. Let's see. I've got Los Angeles and Beverly. Or
Well, let's talk about Chicago.
you want to hear Chicago?
'Cause
Okay.
I like stuff that's negative about Chicago.
Okay. Oh, what's your beef?
You know, I haven't put my finger on it yet, but I think that Chicago people are really interesting to me, where they're very, very hypersensitive about being from Chicago because they know that it is in New York, and that they can't get past that.
Mm-hmm.
They really wish that they were New Yorkers, you know, or as respected as New Yorkers.
Right.
I mean, look, it's hard living in Chicago. It's cold.
I hear that it's quite breezy. It's breezy. There's a breeze.
I don't think it's harder to live in Chicago than New York.
You're
As
probably
somebody
right.
who I was just like, I lived in like a terrible neighborhood with like, you know, for a while we were like, we attached like a nozzle to our sink because we didn't have hot water in the shower. But we got like a little bit of hot water in the sink. So we had like this screen and we would just do this weird bucket shower. And like, that was our life.
My God.
Life for a while.
No way.
And I'm just like, yeah, Chicago. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
You're not cutting it, Chicago.
Sorry.
But yeah, so that also, I think the thing is, you can be successful in Chicago and then no one else cares, you know? And like that drives them crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like Chicago, like being successful in Chicago is like being the girlfriend in Canada. Like nobody believes you exist.
No one believes you exist. Once they find out you exist, they don't care. It's just, So those are my things at Chicago.
I'm just being extra mean because they've tweeted terrible things to me.
Exactly. It's time.
Yeah.
It's time for them to get their comeuppance.
All right, this is my hip hop beat with Chicago.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the city that always finishes second. Hey, I'm sorry I'm late. I got stuck in your pizza. Here's a suggestion. Enough with the improv already. Great hot dogs, Chicago. Pass the ketchup. Is that mean Wiener stand hiring? I swallowed the silver bean. Stand back, everyone.
I don't get that.
The silver bean is like, it's just called the bean?
I don't know what it's called.
It's like this Chicago landmark. It's just a giant, stupid chrome bean or something.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, a big bean.
It's a giant bean, and they think it's cool for some reason. Incorrectly.
Beans are supposed to be green, not silver.
No, they're good.
Find out like how many Chicago viewers you have.
Yeah, they're not going to
be 0 now. Down from 1.
Maybe the Chicagoans are joke 0 because they're a big joke. No, they're good people.
We kid. The best folk in the world are Chicago folk. It's not true.
No, not at all.
Not
horrible people.
Oh, man.
Well, what do you got, a joke?
Shout out to Eileen O'Connell. Is probably not watching, but it's from like a suburb of Chicago, so she's a good person.
She's good.
Let's see. Oh, I've noticed nearly every time we do this show that there's just always more and more celebrities who have birthdays.
Mhm.
It's weird. It's like sort of like every day almost. It's a birthday of some celebrity or another. For instance, Katie Lang just celebrated her 57th birthday. She was looking forward to birthday cake for several months because she had a constant craving.
I'm gonna assume that's one of her songs.
That's her big hit song, Constant Craving.
Is that her big hit?
That's
song?
her biggest hit song.
Wow. What other songs does she have?
It's mostly that one.
And she did some duets with Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like everyone's mom is really into.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Everyone's mom loves the duets.
Yeah. Everyone's mom really likes Tony Bennett a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's charming. Very old man now, you know.
Yeah, he is.
But he's like
Still kind of a panty
still
dropper.
dropping the pantaloons. Yeah.
He's very clumsy. He's
Sure.
holding like a
Dropping
handful
out
of
the
panties and just.
Yeah. But hey, you know, everyone needs a shtick, right?
Yeah.
Well, a patient went in for a standard back surgery. She awoke one kidney short. Happy belated Halloween. But anyway, Maureen Pacheco, 51, filed a grievance with the Florida Department of Health. Our thoughts are with her and her family. Yeah,
That would
So
turn-
what was the follow-up on that? Like, what happened?
yeah that's
Did they
what
find
happened.
it?
Yeah, no, a surgeon accidentally took out her kidney.
An accident?
Yeah.
And like accidentally sold it?
I don't know if they sold it. I think that I don't
Think
think
if the
he
patient's
sold it.
mixed up, do you think?
I mean, kidney
well,
thieving,
weird
I
thing
feel like
was-
that means there's like a
Yeah.
good market for it.
Yeah, I actually did read that more of the story because it was so crazy. It was actually like it wasn't the primary surgeon; it was like the prep surgeon who
Okay.
was just supposed to just make the initial incision, and then the actual
He's just like,
surgeon.
while I'm in here,
Yeah, he's like, don't mind if I do. I don't know.
gotta lock those puppies up if you
Yeah.
don't want them walking out the
Yeah.
door.
Exactly.
Yeah, lock them up.
But
They seem pretty secure, but I guess
it's not
not.
when someone slices their way in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But no, this is actually true. She filed a grievance with the Florida Department of Health, and yeah, I just thought that was funny after saying "Happy Halloween" and then saying that. But yeah, it happened.
Oh
So
my god.
watch out, horror is real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. I guess the campfire theme kind of makes it spooky in a way.
Oh yeah.
You know?
It's that time of year. It's
The
a Halloween
spooky time.
season.
Actually, I think we're like the furthest you could possibly be from Halloween season.
That's
This is like,
true.
yeah.
I like it
the
that way
least
too.
Halloween
Yeah.
season.
Well, we are like, but The Simpsons for several years, I don't know if they still do, was starting to do their Treehouse of Horror episodes the week after Halloween.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like that.
Yeah, we're like that.
It's not cool.
Well, they did that because of baseball.
Oh, is that
Oh, really?
why?
It's because the World Series would be
Makes
going
sense.
on, so they go, we can't. There's a baseball game the Sunday before Halloween. We got to do Trios of Horror November 3rd or whatever.
I didn't know that was the reason.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, I mean, they weren't even scary after the first. Like, they weren't even about horror movies for.
And they were about horror movies, but they were just kind of silly.
But after like season 10, like they'd be like, "Oh, this is just a takeoff of Jurassic Park or something." It would just be like, okay.
It was just the parody episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Parody
Exactly.
the Nets, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, do you have a series of Grinch and
Yeah, I got
jokes?
some we got.
Awesome.
Let's see. La Cienega and Beverly.
Mhm.
You want to do that? Or
Sure.
West Illinois? All right. Let's do that. This place used to be a petting zoo. In some ways, it still is. How can you pass up on those 90% off lip injections? Your obnoxious smile is giving you wrinkles. Welcome, tourists. I love watching you ruin a celebrity's dinner. You just passed Stoner Avenue. What a letdown. Maybe today you'll find a shortcut to the 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was good. It's interesting. What was the one that I liked? Oh, the petting one.
The petting zoo?
Yeah. What was your what was the thinking?
Was the thing in there? Okay, so the Beverly Center did used to be a petting zoo.
Oh,
Some
interesting.
real some LA history.
And then you're thinking petting in terms of what?
This is Weinstein time.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Yep.
I figured that, but I thought it was like I'm thinking of it from that point of view of trying to make a joke that's like somewhat subversive but still appropriate for a kids movie, and I think that was right in there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Well done.
What else is in the news? What's been going on? I don't want to do that one. A pilot for Japan Airlines admitted to being nearly 10 times over the legal alcohol limit. Amateur, said Kiefer Sutherland.
Nice.
That guy likes to drink.
But he enjoys
He enjoys a nip of the
hair.
alcohol, of the hair, of the beast. Of the
666.
Yeah.
Has that been like what's been up with Harrison Ford though? Because it feels like he's crashed maybe
crashes a
like
lot of planes.
several planes.
Yeah.
You think he's flying drunk?
I don't know. Either that or he's just not good at flying.
He's also old.
He's old. He's probably drunk sometimes, you know?
I mean, who is it?
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's just maybe a poor pilot, which is unfortunate because he's like the person that you'd hope would be a great pilot.
Yeah.
You know? But it is kind of amazing that he just will crash planes and be like, sorry, gets out, you know? And
well, I think it's just like everyone's just like, oh my god, this person crashed a plane, and they're like, Han Solo.
Yeah.
And everyone forgot.
The most famous pilot in
Yeah.
all of popular culture. Yeah. I don't know. Well, a college athlete recently died of a rare bacterial illness called, quote, forgotten disease. The disease was first spotted in Alicia Silverstone.
Because he's forgotten.
Forgotten. Named for Alicia Silverstone.
I was
not a great joke.
I was clueless about where that joke was going.
Everyone was. Too much excess baggage on that.
No, that joke was had me crying.
Is that a movie she was in?
No, it was an Aerosmith video.
Oh, yeah,
video. Oh, yeah, that's right.
With his daughter, Liv Tyler, in it.
Yeah.
Bizarrely enough. Yeah. It's a strange town.
But it's pretty amazing that I was crying. The other two Aerosmith videos.
Oh, she's in multiple.
3, so it was a trilogy.
I didn't know.
The Alicia Silverstone Aerosmith trilogy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be Batman and Robin. Nice. I don't know. Let's do more jokes.
More? Okay. Let's see. Oh, I forgot I had regular Silver Lake, not Silver Lake Junction.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works too.
All right. I hated Silver Lake before it was cool. Silver Lake, how come the water's so green? Welcome to Silver Lake, the land of 1,000 trust funds. Your fixie bike doesn't have brakes? Excellent. You hipsters still think green hair is edgy, huh? Whoville, ever heard of it? That's right, hipsters. I went mainstream. Hey, look, your tattoo. It's so mainstream. Oh, I get it. You have a mustache instead of a personality. You love Christmas, huh? Name 3 of its albums.
Wait, I don't understand the last one.
So one of the hipster tropes is just
loving.
Oh, you like this? Name 3 of its albums.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So I was trying to do that with Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
So Christmas is a fictional indie band.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know. I think it still works.
That would be a good name for a band.
Christmas? It actually works.
Yeah. Should we start a band right now?
Yeah. and then people will be like, do you like, well, every year, I mean, honestly, every year people will make the joke like, hey, I put on the Christmas music, and then it'll be our band,
Yeah.
every holiday season.
I think you just hit on your golden idea.
I know. I wish this wasn't live streaming. Now people are gonna steal it. That's actually will work almost certainly.
Yeah.
But what about? There'll be a war on Christmas though. That'll be dangerous.
That's true. Our band.
People, declared war on our band. That's not pleasant.
No, it means that you could tour with the band war.
Oh. That's the thing too.
War.
You're right.
War Christmas is an awesome tour name.
Well, all these bands, they wouldn't be able to help, but they're like, we gotta do it. All bands have British accent. How funny will that be? That's not even a British accent. We gotta do it. We gotta tour with Christmas. It'll be a riot, Yeah. I don't know. That's my thing. But we can workshop this Christmas idea. Do you guys know how to play instruments?
Does that matter?
Not at all.
I know a couple.
Okay, that's maybe perfect for Christmas.
I think it might be.
I've seen the Muppet movie, and I feel like I kind of share kinship with animals. So I think I'm pretty much there. I'm pretty much
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably drum then. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Do you have any Christmas jokes?
I don't think I have any Christmas jokes.
Okay. Any regulars?
Many regulars. The Black Eyed Peas have released their first new album in 8 years. It contains their brand new single, I Got a Feeling That We're Completely Irrelevant.
The Black Eyed Peas.
Remember that?
I do. They were great.
They're so 2008. They said so in that song.
Oh, really?
And now it just kind of sounds like, yep, that's true.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We're so 2008. You're so 2000 and late.
Yeah, but they didn't think it through because now every time that's playing in a club, you're just like, oh yeah, it's time. It's 10 years. We gotta put this to bed.
Yeah.
Well, it's like was it like the Tootsie Roll where they're like, yeah, 1994. You start with that.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, but 1994, everybody get on the floor. It's really hard to pass that up.
Yeah.
But what about that Ruben Studdard song? Remember he did that song, Sorry, 2004?
Oh.
That was his single after winning American Idol. And it's just
he apologized for it.
it's not. The song was just it was in January. I'm sorry that I did this. Was he apologizing to his girlfriend presumably about all the things he did wrong over that year?
Yeah.
And the chorus that's my sorry for 2004. So it has a year in there. So it timestamps the whole song.
It's only really listenable from December through early January
of
2004, 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the song.
God bless Ruben Studdard. Well, on a similar note, new study finds cranberry sauce might seem harmless, but it could wreck your low-carb diet. Because it turns out 100% of people eat cranberry sauce with a giant helping of stuffing and cornbread. So
yeah, that would be.
Let's see how that would hinder.
Yeah, that makes it. Yeah, that's not good for your diet.
No. You shouldn't eat giant helpings of stuffing or cornbread.
I don't know. Maybe cornbread
for a diet, though.
For a whole diet, yeah.
I was eating bagels this morning. Bagels are very good, obviously, but it's not good for you at all, because people, I guess I used to be like, oh, well, I'm not going to eat a donut. I'm going to eat a bagel instead.
Yeah.
Is it even better at all? Like, no,
No, not at all.
not at all.
Not at all.
So
It's less tasty.
it's less
Oh.
tasty,
Oh,
and like
Fighting
I still,
words.
like I
Oh.
honestly still feel like it's in my tummy.
Oh, that's a big. Yeah, it's very filling.
Yeah, like it blew up in my tummy, and now it's just like big
It's like
fat
you're eating
No,
two
it's like-
sandwiches
it's
for
like a
breakfast.
friend
It
that
is.
stays with you.
in your tummy.
It's a
Yeah.
tummy friend.
Specifically.
I'm very lonely.
It's crazy. But here we are. Well, what next?
All right, let's pick a name. Let's see. Oh, I have LAX and LA Comedy.
Oh, yeah, I think we have to do that.
Okay. These are pretty short ones. LAX. Pretty sure you left the coffee pot on. Anyway, enjoy your flight. I'm sure you have time to stop for coffee. I stuck gum in your suitcase wheels. It's so cute when you think you're going to make your connection. And then LA Comedy. Oh, can I still be considered alternative? In LA, we do comedy in laundromats and Chinese restaurants attics, not on the stage. Okay, we get it. Your agent is making you do UCB. Quick, get out of here before they make you listen to a podcast.
Are they, so these are not going to be on billboards, or these were.
These were ones.
drafts.
These were drafts.
Gotcha.
Some of them I thought were not appropriate to pass by a client.
Right.
I don't think any of these were ones that I
Okay. That would be
passed
bold.
by.
That would be bold.
Some of these, but these are for the LA Comedy Festival.
I enjoy these.
Thank
yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Well, speaking of the Grinch, where is it? I have a joke. Where is it? I can't find it. There it is. IHOP plans to introduce a holiday Grinch menu that includes green pancakes. They got the idea after getting pancakes from McDonald's.
Do you want to hear something fun? I wrote that menu.
No
IHOP.
way.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Man.
It is like, get your hands on that menu. It is truly a horror show.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
In a good way.
and nothing I would touch.
Do they have
I'd
roast beef?
They do have roast beef.
Oh,
yeah,
I need that. I need some roast
really
beef.
excited that they decided to use
Yeah.
roast beef.
What beast is it made from?
It
Or do they not say?
question. I think it's an omelet with roast beef inside of it and cheese inside of it, and then hash browns on top of the omelet, barbecue sauce, and roast beef on top of the omelet that's already filled with roast beef.
The barbecue sauce sounds insane to me.
That's the part where we lost.
That's the
that sounds
part.
good.
that
Okay,
lost
you
me.
lost me at
I've
like
had barbecue
omelet
sauce
stuffed
on
with
an
roast
omelet.
beef. I was just like, I'm check please, I'm out.
I mean,
But it's the barbecue sauce. Okay.
No, the barbecue
You hold
sauce
in.
makes it work for me. It goes well with the roast beef.
the beast, yeah.
I think it's a second layer of roast beef. Like, that's too much. But I like barbecue sauce with omelets. I've had that before.
I
tasty.
don't know.
It's like the egg instead of the bread that like is horrifying to me. If you put that between like two pieces of bread, I'm just like, all right, it sounds like indigestion. It
Yeah.
sounds like living on the toilet for the next day or two, but like I can kind of get behind it as a flavor. Putting it in between like crushed scrambled eggs is
That
so
is
horrifying
sort of
to me.
insane. Yeah. I mean, look, you're gonna call it a roast beast. It better live up to its name, right?
It looks really beastly.
Okay. Are you gonna eat it?
And at 1,400
Yeah.
calories, you could eat it for a couple days.
That's 2 days.
Oh yeah, and that's what I like to do at restaurants is get something I can eat for.
Or 2.
I do actually.
Yeah.
I take stuff home. I'm not ashamed.
No shame in
Yeah.
that. Well, a new study finds one reason people keep gambling. I'm sorry. Let me. This isn't a study. This article explores the one reason people keep gambling despite the unfavorable odds of winning. You see, it turns out the unfavorable odds of winning are literally the definition of gambling.
Yeah.
The second part is the joke part. They're both insane. But is that an insane title of a headline of an article? One reason people keep gambling, despite the unfavorable odds of winning,
is
that
there's a chance you can win, and so you gamble. That's what a gamble is.
Yeah.
right.
You're making a bet on something.
But it needs to be unfavorable odds, otherwise it's not a gamble.
No,
Otherwise, it's just buying something.
It's just a transaction.
yeah.
That's going to the teller.
Yes. So let's be honest, I didn't fully write it correctly, but it's all in there. You know?
Yeah, that's just like the roast beast. It's all
Not unlike the roast beast. Yeah. So we're back to
All
the
right. You're back to my
Grinchmas.
geographic jokes. Let's see. Well, okay. To pick it back on gambling, I pitched some
Las
for
Vegas?
Vegas. Yeah. We
Oh.
didn't end up doing a buy there, but I wanted to be ready in case we did.
Yeah, smart. Very
Vegas, the
fastidious.
city that never sleeps.
Dreams.
Yeah. And I think I have it in here. Let me find it. No, did I not put it in here? I got so excited about having a good segue from what you said. But now I'm just like, I think maybe I should print these out.
Oh no.
Oh
Do you remember
no.
any?
Let's see. I used some of these from Morgan Stanley. All the money and losing of Las Vegas, but it's still cold and wet. I love this place. Looks like you're going back to buying single ply. Mind if I change the channel? Hope you weren't planning on retiring anytime soon. Or the other Vegas ones. They're better than this.
Wait, you used these from Morgan Stanley?
Yeah, like where the ticker tape is.
And that's not Grinch related at all?
They
Oh,
had,
it is
like a
Grinch
billboard that
related.
was like that we were gonna do the
Gotcha.
LED. So I was hoping to use those.
Interesting.
What were the other Vegas ones? No, you can definitely pull off a fedora. I'm sure she loves your Vince Vaughn impression. Just do it a few more times. Yeah.
That's funny.
Thanks.
I would do
Oh, what happens in Vegas stays in your credit card, champ.
There we go. That's good. I would do one that's like, no, look, I get the houses are cheap, but still, it's Vegas.
Oh my God, that hits me
Isn't
because
that
I was one of
brilliant?
those people who was like looking at that for a second.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to
Justify.
make it make sense.
I would not like to live in Las Vegas at all.
I went as far as like going out there for a weekend,
Yeah.
and
That's fun.
and that was
It really
24 hours longer than I needed to.
Yeah.
be there.
It really
It's
boggles
plenty.
my mind. What's that?
Yeah, a day is plenty.
Yeah. But like people live. They, like how insane would it be if like oh, I have to go to the airport to travel somewhere, and you go to the airport and it's just like cling, 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 like at the airport, you know?
See, that
It
part
would
is
drive me insane.
I don't know. That part of kind of like not a gambler, so I can just sort of like shut it off. It's just sort of like an
Yeah.
obnoxious Pac-Man.
Yeah.
The weird part was like getting up in the morning to drive around, like just like, oh, just look at this neighborhood because you can buy a house here for a song, and there were like no cars, and like it made me really anxious. I was like, where are the people? Where are the people? Nobody's on the road. Not just
So
like
weird.
there isn't traffic, but like
Yeah.
went like 5 or 6 blocks and just like didn't see life.
Huh.
It was terrifying.
Good heavens.
Yeah.
So it's just like the Las Vegas Strip, and then just nothing all
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was really weird. Nothing but like
Bizarre.
really affordably priced mid-century houses that nobody lives in.
That's so
Uh,
strange.
Side note, at a layover at the Vegas airport last Christmas, I got food poisoning. So that's another reason to
All
not.
right.
I think that's kind of part and parcel for food in the Vegas airport.
Yeah, it was a burrito at the Vegas airport. So probably not a good idea. Anyway.
Well,
50 Cent said that he bought 200 tickets to a Ja Rule concert so the seats would be empty. But the joke is on 50 Cent Because seeds at a jar rule counter are going to be empty anyway.
That's pretty
No.
funny on every account. 50 Cent has a pretty great sense of humor.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say.
Oh yeah.
Does he?
He Instagrams very funny quite often. Very like not appropriate jokes often, but he's just always making ridiculous jokes.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
one
he's
time,
great.
yeah, like sometimes he'll just do like an Instagram post of just him like sitting at a desk, just like quietly just counting bills, not saying anything. It's just like a video of him just like, and then it just is over. It's just like funny. Like he's always
Sometimes
has a
he
song
likes,
in his heart, you know.
he likes to tell people it's their birthday, but then
Mhm.
it's not their birthday.
Another very good joke.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
a good prank.
That'd be a good birthday joke, huh? 50 cents. Birthday.
I've written that joke.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Makes 50 cents. Or 50 cent.
It makes
Not plural.
50 cent. Well.
Well, jokes.
Mhm.
0. Do you have 0 jokes?
I think I do.
Most exciting
Oh.
part of the show.
Yeah. You know what? I'm kind of not liking these jokes anymore. Well, CNET reports that whales are surprisingly easy to spot from space. You know, because whales are so famously not gigantic. That we need to write an article about that. It's like, obviously they're easy to spot from, you know? They're whales. That's the whole point of them. Whatever.
That's the point of whales.
That they're
Spot.
big.
They're big.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's hard to spot them, right? If you're like if you're like whale watching, I'm to like look for
That's
hours.
That's true.
You're good at it.
I'm very good at whale watching.
You're good at spotting the several ton animals
I
that
know.
go slowly past you.
That's my joke right there. Yeah, I am though. I enjoy seeing whales. What can I say? It is like magical. Have you ever seen a whale?
No.
It's like weirdly magical.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, good God, they're always down there. You know. Then you're like, wait, there's a lot going on that I'm unaware of on this planet, you know. Anyway, well, do you want to do this?
Let's see. What do I have? Here we go. I'll piggyback off the whale one.
Mm-hmm.
Did Fairfax and Wilshire.
Hmm.
The man with the La Brea carpets still says she's 29. What was this intersection famous for? Oh, that's right. This is as close as either of us is going to get to being in the Academy Museum.
Wait, what was that second one?
But the intersection one,
Yeah.
it's where Biggie Smalls was shot.
Oh.
And there's
that's crazy.
there is nothing to commemorate it. There's nothing. You just
And the
go
Grinch
past it.
billboard didn't want to put that. Rich people didn't want that on a billboard.
I know, it's really weird. They just
Sounds
want to commemorate
crazy.
Biggie Smalls. That one was just for me.
Yeah, but I'm glad it exists.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we should start wrapping up for some reason. What do you think?
Sure.
Okay.
So what? One more
So like
each, or-
one more round, and then we'll figure out what joke 0 should be.
All right. Well, if we got one, I gotta pick the least bad one. I got one that's good if I can find it again. Oh, a 5-year-old in Ohio tested positive for meth after trick-or-treating. Even more disturbing, another 5-year-old trick-or-treated and then start over. I'm going to say the whole thing over. A 5-year-old in Ohio tested positive for meth after trick-or-treating. Even more disturbing, another 5-year-old trick-or-treated and then tested positive for candy corn. Candy corn.
It's like meth for kids, anyway.
Yeah.
I think candy corn is worse for you.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
It doesn't make it feel as good.
Yeah, meth feels quite great. I really recommend people do meth.
I mean, if the choice between meth and candy corn, I think the choice is clear.
Because obviously.
Candy corn, not even once.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, 4 vitamin and mineral deficiencies have been found linked to insomnia and poor sleep. Though incidentally, insomnia is the perfect cure for poor sleep. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's logic in that.
I gotta be bad at sleeping. Just not.
If you're getting poor sleep, the
quality of
perfect
your
cure is insomnia.
Then you're not getting that poor sleep anymore.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
just awake and slowly going insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
we should end that round with.
Okay.
Further?
I'll do some just general LA ones I had.
Nice.
Enjoy the gridlock. Your GPS is lying. Yeah, I got a lead role in a movie. Pretty easy. Honk if your car smells like farts. I peed in the washer window fluid. And if you were on this box, you'd be legally texting by now.
All right, guys. So now what we do is we each choose one of our own jokes to nominate as joke 0. And then eventually we'll have a show where we go back to all the jokes that were chosen and bracket them off and figure out which one is the ultimate. Yeah.
Do we choose of our own, or do we
choose of our own?
Okay.
Just to keep it simple.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I found a joke I missed.
Uh-oh.
Save it for next time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll go with 50 Cent said he bought 200 tickets to a Ja Rule concert so the seats would be empty. But the joke's on 50 Cent because seats at a Ja Rule concert were going to be empty anyway.
Yeah, that's a very good joke. I think I'm going to go with a patient went in for standard back surgery. She woke 1 kidney short. Happy belated Halloween. Anyway, Maureen Pacheco, 51, filed a grievance with the Florida Department of Health. Our thoughts are with her and her family. It's a pretty good joke, actually. Just
Is that part of the joke too?
Sort
You're
of.
saying it's a pretty good joke, actually?
It sort of
I
is.
feel like it should be.
It really should. I'll add that.
Let's see. Just because this one started a conversation with us, I'm going to go with You Love Christmas, huh? Name 3 of its albums.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, gets people thinking. And I really do think we need to figure out that band idea. It makes so much sense.
What kind of music do we play?
It barely matters, but I think the ukulele helps.
True.
Like it kind of sends us in the right direction.
Yeah.
Ring.
And you're on drums, playing like animal.
I have never played drums before, but I'm pretty confident in my abilities.
It works for
like
Meg
rock
White.
band?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. And I'll be the idea man.
You're the pretty face.
Exactly.
Well, that was like in Wham. Remember the band Wham? That
I do.
duo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like George Michael did like the singing and like the songwriting, but Andrew Ridgeley, the other guy in Wham, he really didn't do much music, but he was like the idea man. He like had the idea for like the image and like how to market Wham, and that was his contribution.
That's amazing. I didn't know that at
Yeah.
all. I need to look that
And I guess
up.
he sang a little bit and could play a guitar, but he didn't like write music.
I'm always fascinated by the guy who convinces everyone else that he's the idea man or whoever. Like, why are you here? Like, I have the concepts. It's like, every person's brain is capable of creating concepts, don't you? Anyway, that's joke 0 for November 5th, 2018. Thanks for being here. Our thanks to the great Stacey
Thank you for
Garratt.
having me.
Mad Mancer's here.
Dan Bannis is here.
And
Coldplay is here. Stick around.
stick around.
The show's over.
Woohoo! End the stream. End the stream.